Hello YouTube pipe community, OTC Piper. Been a while since I've been on, so I thought I'd take some time to do a quick little video. Also go over some channel news, and you know, as before mentioned in the pre-production of our new channel coming up, Sacred Leaf Society. I've been a little absent trying to get things ready for that. I mentioned that before. And we're nearing completion, just about ready to get things going. We intended to do our first video a couple weeks ago when we ran into some technical issues. So we're trying to work all that out and get some things going here very soon. Also, work's been busy. We're a little short-handed, and we're waiting on some new hires to get on board and hopefully alleviate some of the scheduling issues that we've had. But all that aside, let's get on with this video. I figured, well, I need some kind of content to do a video. I just need to get something going because I've been gone from the channel too long, and hate to be away too much. So I have recently acquired some antique store pipe finds, and I wanted to show them to you. So that's what I'm going to do. First things first, I'm going to load me up a pipe. This is going to be one of my antique estate Graybow pipes that you've seen in many videos with some Granger. Picked up some Granger the other day, and this is a delightful OTC blend. Get this loaded up here. It's got a very subtle licorice note, and some, very, very sweet, and I enjoy that. Okay. I'm also going to pour me up a little coffee. Okay. So while we're on the topic of some channel news, I will say that in developing content for the new show, I have decided to maintain the new Piper's Guide on my own channel, just because I can go into more depth and detail on this channel for a dedicated video, when it might dominate too much of the time for the show that as we get ready to produce it. I just didn't want to graze over too lightly. So some of the things that we talk about in the new Piper's Guide will be going into the show, but I wanted to cover it in more detail here, and then just go over the bullet points on the Sacred Leaf Society. So, enough about that. These are some that I have picked up in Arlington. It's a big antique mall, and they had a lot of good pipes in there. in some of the smaller shops here locally, it's very, very hit or miss when you're looking for antique pipes. Sometimes you'll walk into several and they won't have any, and you walk into the ones that have some and they have just a handful. This one had quite a bit of vendors that had a lot to offer, so I picked up a few. These are actually two different stores that I've been to over two different occasions, but they have been since the last video that's gone out. This one is an old yellow bowl, small little straight stem, and a lot of these, this one and this one here, this one, let's see, what is this one? This Riviera Dr. Graybo were purchased together from the same vendor. And this, I can tell when I was looking at them, I looked, checked out the bowl and everything to see what kind of cake was left in it, and checked the stem. Some of them had stems that were falling out, and most of them were in need of dire restoration. And these two pipes that I picked up, it seemed like that somebody had either lightly smoked them in the past or had done a restoration before they went up for sale. The bowls are very clean. Not a lot of char left in the stems and the shank and all that. I am going to be doing some restoration work with these, all the same. But these were very, very good. I mean, you can see some oxidation on the stem and everything, which I want to take that out. And then the other two that I picked up, this one is a Willard. I've got another Willard, like a taster pipe, and I really like that. I like the color and the finish. It's got a very, very nice grain to the briar and everything. Got a little bit of the sticker adhesive left on it. Got some chatter, which I'm going to try to level that off a little bit. A little bit of chatter, but nothing. I don't think that's too terrible. And this other one, these I'm going to do. If you follow Eric Blue Collar Pipe Smoker, he did a DIY on refurbishing, not a restoration, but a refurbishing. That I'm going to take that information that he put out on these videos for these three. I'm going to put a link to that video here if you're into that kind of thing. I'm very much into the do-it-yourself things. So I like to learn how to do this for myself. The one pipe that I'm going to send to Briarville, which he recommended on his video, is this one. This one is a old custom built that I picked up for about 20 bucks. It's in good shape. There's some oxidation on the stem. There's not a whole lot of burnout. There's a little bit. And I don't know if the camera will pick it up. Yeah, it will. There's quite a bit of cake built up in there. Just with what this is, with the level that I'm going to need to go to for this pipe, I really want to do a refurbish on this pipe, so I'm going to send it off to Briarville soon. But this one I'm excited about. It's a nice little compact pipe. It's just, when I saw it there for the price that they wanted for it, I had to pick it up. So this is one I'm going to be anxious to see, see it restored back to its former glory. So I got all the stuff except for the carnauba wax, which I'm going to pick up tomorrow. I'm going to start the process maybe this evening, or this is early morning right now, on these three pipes. And I like this yellow bowl. I like that yellow stem. It's got a little swirl in it. I think that's going to polish up really nice and be a very good, just a codger pipe. More times than not, I like to go and find these. These two, this Graybo Riviera and this yellow bowl, I picked up for about 10 bucks a piece. And really, I don't have to do any restoration to these. These are just about in smokable condition, with a little bit of swabbing out and everything. But I do want to do a little bit of work on them. Some of the finish that, originally you can kind of see it's cloudy and a little, where it's starting to crack a little bit. I want to take that off and do like Eric did on his. Take some of that off and just wax it and kind of let the natural beauty of the briar shine through it. But these I'm excited to try those refurbish tips that he gave. So that's what I wanted to show you today. I'm going to try to get back on track and get more content put out. I apologize for my absence. I've certainly missed getting these things done, and I want to get back on track with that. And when things with the Sacred Leaf Society get rolling, I think things are going to be very good. We're excited about getting that started. We did the full video and ran into some problems. You know, it was fun to shoot the video and all that, and it was a little disheartening when we ran into the issues that we did. I've got some video editing software now that I think is going to be a big help to us. And so I think what we're going to do, we wanted to start, we talked about doing it in beta mode, starting in mid-October, and then going kind of in beta mode until the first of 2019, and then starting, you know, it gives us the time to work out all the bugs and the kinks and everything. And part of working those things out is actually doing it and seeing what works and what doesn't. So we're getting to that point. I think what we're going to do, and I talked to Dave about this, is while we're working out these kinks and everything, we're going to do some trailers, if you will. Not full-length episodes, just a way for us to kind of highlight what's going to be going on start of the new year. And that's going to be a fun way to just get a few short clips ready for you, so that we can kind of start getting some momentum going, and just employ those, you know, production methods and everything when we go with when we ramp up to the full episode. So, anyways, that's all I have right now. Hope everybody's doing well. I just want to wish everybody all the best. Good times on the Warm Pipe.